Beloved soul, hear these words that come to you at this precise moment. The universe has aligned to bring you this message exactly when you need it most. The divine realm has been watching, observing every moment of your journey, witnessing every challenge you have faced, every tear that has fallen from your eyes, every prayer whispered in the darkness of night. Nothing has escaped divine attention. Not a single thought, not a single heartbeat, not a single moment of your existence has gone unnoticed. The time of waiting is over. The period of uncertainty that has clouded your path is coming to an end. Something significant is about to unfold in your life, something that will alter the very foundation of what you believe to be true about those around you. The spiritual realm has been active on your behalf, working behind the scenes, preparing for this moment of revelation that is now upon you. Angels have been dispatched, divine intervention has been set in motion, and the wheels of truth have begun to turn in ways that cannot be stopped. You have sensed it, have you not? That feeling in your spirit that something is not quite right. That subtle uneasiness that has been growing within you. That inexplicable knowing that certain relationships are not what they appear to be on the surface. Your intuition has been trying to communicate with you, sending signals that your conscious mind has perhaps dismissed or rationalized away. But deep within, in that sacred space where truth resides, you have known that something has been amiss. The divine sees everything that transpires in both light and shadow. Every conversation held in secret, every plan made behind closed doors, every thought harbored in hearts that pretend to wish you well while secretly hoping for your stumbling. The masks that people wear, the facades they present, the performances they give in your presence while their true intentions remain hidden. All of these have been observed and recorded in the spiritual realm. Nothing can be concealed from the all-seeing eye of the divine. There are individuals in your life who have been operating with dual intentions. They have mastered the art of deception, presenting themselves as allies while functioning as adversaries. They have spoken words of support to your face while planting seeds of doubt about you in the minds of others. They have celebrated your victories publicly while privately resenting your success. They have offered help with one hand while creating obstacles with the other. These individuals believed their duplicity would never be discovered, that their careful manipulation would continue indefinitely, that you would remain unaware of their true nature. But the divine has decreed that the season of deception must end. The time has come for masks to fall, for hidden agendas to be exposed, for truth to emerge from the shadows where it has been concealed. What has been whispered in secret rooms is about to be proclaimed openly. What has been carefully hidden is about to be dramatically revealed. The elaborate webs of deception that have been woven around you are about to be torn apart by the hand of divine justice. This revelation that is coming will not be subtle. It will not be something you have to search for or interpret. It will be clear, undeniable, and impossible to ignore. The truth will present itself in such a way that there will be no room for doubt, no space for denial, no possibility of misunderstanding. Those who have been false will be unable to maintain their pretense. Their own actions will betray them. Their own words will expose them. Their own choices will reveal the reality of who they truly are. Among those who will be exposed, there is someone particularly close to you, someone you have trusted deeply, someone you have considered part of your inner circle, someone you believed would never betray your confidence or work against your interests. This person has been living a double life, maintaining a careful balance between appearing supportive and secretly undermining your progress. They have studied you carefully, learned your weaknesses, understood your fears, and used this knowledge not to help you overcome, but to subtly manipulate situations to their advantage. This individual has been consumed by emotions they have hidden well. Jealousy has eaten at them when they witnessed your achievements. Resentment has grown within them when opportunities came your way. Bitterness has taken root in their heart, poisoning their perspective and driving them to actions that contradict the friendship they claim to hold for you. They have justified their behavior through elaborate mental gymnastics, convincing themselves that their actions are warranted, that you somehow deserve the obstacles they have placed in your path. The divine wants you to understand that this exposure is not happening to cause you pain, though pain may be an unavoidable part of the process. This revelation is occurring to liberate you from relationships that have been draining your energy, blocking your blessings, and hindering your spiritual growth. You cannot move into the next phase of your destiny while carrying the weight of false connections. You cannot reach the heights intended for you while anchored to those who secretly wish to see you fall. Your spirit has been preparing for this moment, even when your conscious mind was unaware. The restlessness you have felt, the dreams that have disturbed your sleep, the sudden moments of clarity that have flashed through your consciousness, all of these have been preparation for what is about to be revealed. The divine has been strengthening you, building your resilience, preparing your heart to handle the truth that is about to emerge. You are stronger than you realize, more prepared than you know, more capable of handling this revelation than you might believe. When the truth comes to light, and it will very soon, you may experience a range of emotions. Shock may be your first response as the reality of the deception becomes clear. Anger may follow as you realize the extent of the betrayal. Sadness may wash over you as you grieve the loss of what you thought was genuine connection. These emotions are natural, they are valid, and they are part of the healing process. Allow yourself to feel them, but do not allow them to consume you or dictate your actions. The divine is calling you to respond from a place of wisdom rather than emotion. When the revelation occurs, resist the urge to retaliate, to seek revenge, or to respond with the same negative energy that has been directed toward you. You are being called to a higher standard, a more elevated response. Your reaction to this revelation will determine much about your future path. Choose wisdom over impulse. Choose peace over conflict. Choose release over revenge. There will be those who, when exposed, will attempt to deny what has been revealed. They will create elaborate explanations, shift blame, attempt to make you question what you know to be true. They may even try to turn others against you, painting themselves as victims of misunderstanding. Do not be swayed by these tactics. The divine has ensured that the truth will be undeniable, that the evidence will be clear, that reality will prevail over fabrication. Stand firm in what you know to be true. Others may come to you with apologies, with explanations, with requests for forgiveness. Some of these may be genuine, born from real recognition of wrongdoing and authentic desire for reconciliation. Others may be strategic, motivated by fear of consequences rather than genuine remorse. The divine will give you discernment to distinguish between the two. You will know in your spirit which bridges can be rebuilt and which must be permanently closed. This revelation is not just about exposing those who have been false. It is also about revealing those who have been true. In the midst of discovering deception, you will also discover loyalty you may have overlooked. There are people in your life who have been genuinely supporting you, praying for you, celebrating your victories without jealousy, and standing with you through challenges without hidden agendas. These individuals may have been quiet, unassuming, perhaps even taken for granted. But the divine is about to highlight their value, to show you the treasure of authentic connection that has been present all along. The clearing that is about to occur in your life is necessary for what comes next. The divine has plans for you that require you to be surrounded by the right people. Those who will support your purpose rather than sabotage it, those who will celebrate your elevation rather than resent it, those who will pray for your success rather than plot for your failure. The removal of false connections is not a loss, but a gain. It is creating space for authentic relationships, genuine support, and connections that will propel you toward your destiny rather than pull you away from it. Your purpose is greater than you have yet understood. There are assignments waiting for you, opportunities preparing to present themselves, doors about to open that have long been closed. But you cannot walk through these doors with the weight of deception on your shoulders. You cannot fulfill your purpose while expending energy on relationships that drain rather than energize. You cannot reach your destination while traveling with those who are secretly working to ensure you never arrive. The divine has been preparing something magnificent for you, something that will require you to be operating at your full capacity, unhindered by the drain of false connections, unblocked by the obstacles of hidden enemies, unburdened by the weight of pretended friendships. What is coming for you is so significant that it required this clearing, this exposure, this revelation to prepare the way. Consider this moment not as an ending, but as a beginning, not as a loss, but as a liberation, not as a breakdown, but as a breakthrough. In the days immediately following this revelation, you will need to make decisions. Some relationships will need to end completely, with no possibility of restoration. Others may require boundaries, distance, or redefinition. Still others might be salvageable through genuine reconciliation and rebuilt trust. The divine will guide you in each decision, providing wisdom for every situation, clarity for every choice. Trust the guidance you receive, even when it goes against what your emotions might dictate. Be prepared for the ripple effects of this revelation. When truth is exposed, it rarely affects only the primary players. Others in your circle may be forced to choose sides, to reevaluate their own positions, to examine their own motivations. Some may distance themselves from you, not because you have done anything wrong, but because the light of truth makes them uncomfortable, forcing them to examine their own hidden motivations and secret dealings. Let them go. Anyone who cannot stand in the light of truth is not meant to walk with you into your future. Conversely, new connections will begin to form. People will be drawn to you who resonate with your authenticity, who appreciate your strength, who recognize your purpose. These new relationships will be built on a foundation of truth rather than pretense, mutual support rather than hidden competition, genuine care rather than strategic alliance. These are the relationships that will sustain you, support you, and celebrate with you as you move into the fullness of your purpose. The financial implications of what is about to be revealed should not be overlooked. Some of the deception you are about to uncover may have affected your resources, your opportunities, your financial growth. Deals that fell through unexpectedly, opportunities that disappeared without explanation, resources that seemed to evaporate despite your best efforts. Some of these may be traced back to the interference of those who pretended to support you. While this revelation may initially anger you, understand that the divine has kept account of all that was stolen, blocked, or diverted from you. Restoration is part of the divine plan. Your health, both physical and mental, may have been affected by the stress of carrying these false relationships. The constant drain of giving to those who only take, the exhaustion of maintaining connections with those who secretly oppose you, the anxiety of sensing something wrong without being able to identify it, all of these have taken a toll. As these relationships are exposed and released, you may experience a surge of energy, a lifting of depression, a clearing of confusion. Your body knows truth from deception, and it will respond positively to the removal of deceptive influences. The spiritual atmosphere around you is about to shift dramatically. Where there has been heaviness, there will be lightness. Where there has been confusion, there will be clarity. Where there has been resistance, there will be flow. The prayers that seemed to hit a ceiling will begin to break through. The meditation that felt forced will become natural. The connection to the divine that felt distant will become intimate. This is because the spiritual interference created by false relationships will be removed, allowing clear communion between you and the divine realm. Your creative abilities, your innovative thinking, your problem-solving capacities, all of these have been suppressed by the negative energy of hidden opposition. As this opposition is exposed and removed, watch for a surge in creativity, an explosion of new ideas, a clarity of vision for projects and purposes that have been unclear. The mental and emotional energy you have been expending on managing difficult relationships will be redirected toward productive, purposeful activities that align with your destiny. The timeline for this revelation is immediate. Within days, perhaps even hours, the first signs will begin to appear. Pay attention to unusual communications, unexpected encounters, surprising discoveries. The divine often works through seemingly ordinary circumstances to reveal extraordinary truths. A casual conversation may reveal critical information. An accidental discovery may expose hidden dealings. A moment of unexpected clarity may suddenly illuminate patterns you have been unable to see. Do not attempt to force this revelation through your own investigation or confrontation. The divine has orchestrated this exposure in a way that will be far more effective than anything you could accomplish through your own efforts. Your role is to remain alert, to receive what is revealed, and to respond with wisdom when the truth emerges. Attempting to accelerate the process through your own actions may actually interfere with the divine plan and reduce the impact of what is meant to occur. Prepare yourself practically for what is coming. Ensure that your important documents are secure, that your passwords are updated, that your valuable possessions are protected. Some of those who will be exposed may have had access to your personal information, your private spaces, your confidential matters. While the divine is providing protection, wisdom dictates taking practical precautions to secure what is yours. Emotionally, ground yourself in the truth of your worth and purpose. The revelation may include discovering negative things that have been said about you, plans that have been made against you, or attempts to damage your reputation. Do not allow these discoveries to shake your understanding of who you are. The opinions and actions of those operating in deception do not define your value or determine your destiny. You are who the divine says you are, regardless of what others may have said or done. Spiritually, increase your practices of connection with the divine. Spend additional time in meditation, prayer, or whatever spiritual practice strengthens you. Read texts that reinforce your faith. Listen to music that elevates your spirit. Surround yourself with beauty that reminds you of divine presence. The stronger your spiritual foundation, the better equipped you will be to handle the revelation with grace and wisdom. Practically, begin to envision your life without the weight of these false relationships. What would you do with the extra time and energy? What dreams would you pursue without the fear of sabotage? What risks would you take without the voices of hidden opposition whispering doubt? Begin to dream again, to plan again, to envision a future unencumbered by deception. This vision will pull you forward through the temporary discomfort of revelation into the freedom that awaits on the other side. The children in your life, whether your own or those you influence, are watching how you handle this situation. They will learn from your response to betrayal, your management of revelation, your process of healing and moving forward. Show them that it is possible to face difficult truths with dignity, to respond to betrayal without becoming bitter, to release toxic relationships without becoming toxic yourself. Your handling of this situation will become a teaching moment that impacts generations. Remember that forgiveness will eventually be necessary, not for the benefit of those who betrayed you, but for your own freedom. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation, does not mean forgetting, does not mean allowing the same access or trust. Forgiveness means releasing the poison of resentment so that it does not contaminate your future. This forgiveness may not come immediately, and that is acceptable. Allow yourself to process, to heal, to reach forgiveness in your own time, knowing that it is a destination you must eventually reach for your own well-being. The divine is not only exposing deception, but also extending protection. As truth comes to light, you are being surrounded by divine protection that will prevent retaliation, block attempts at revenge, and shield you from the backlash that exposure sometimes brings. You are not walking through this revelation alone or unprotected. Forces beyond your comprehension are working on your behalf, ensuring that this exposure leads to your elevation rather than your harm. Your testimony through this experience will become powerful. Others are watching, some consciously and others unconsciously, to see how you navigate this revelation. Your response, your resilience, your ability to transform betrayal into breakthrough will inspire others facing similar situations. You are not just going through this for yourself, but also as a lighthouse for others navigating similar storms of deception and betrayal. The restoration that follows this revelation will exceed what was lost or blocked. The divine operates on a principle of multiplication when it comes to restoration. What was meant for your harm will be transformed into your advantage. The very situations that were orchestrated to stop you will become stepping stones to your elevation. The energy that was spent on opposition will be converted into momentum for your advancement. As this message concludes, understand that it is not ending but beginning. The revelation that is about to occur is not the conclusion of your story, but the commencement of a new chapter. A chapter written without the interference of hidden enemies, constructed without the sabotage of secret adversaries, developed without the drain of deceptive relationships. This new chapter will reveal the full extent of your capabilities, the true reach of your influence, the authentic power of your purpose. Stand ready, beloved soul. Stand strong. Stand confident in the knowledge that truth is about to prevail in your life. The exposure that is coming is divine intervention designed for your liberation, your elevation, and your preparation for the magnificent future that awaits. The moment of revelation is upon you, and nothing will ever be the same again. But this change, though initially challenging, is the doorway to the life you are always meant to live, surrounded by truth, supported by authenticity, and elevated to your rightful place of purpose and influence. The divine hand is moving, the angels are positioned, the truth is emerging. Receive it with grace, respond with wisdom, and step forward into the freedom that this revelation will bring. Your time of walking in deception is ending. Your season of operating in full truth and light is beginning. Embrace it, for it is your divine right and your destined path. The revelation begins now.